Dear followers and subscribers, welcome again in a new lesson on my channel, the Quick English channel. Today we have a new lesson, which is the past perfect tense. So what is the past perfect tense and how do we form it and when do we use it? And what are the keywords for the past perfect? So the first thing we need to know, as we said before, about any tense is the structure of the tense. So the structure of the past perfect is very simple. We have a subject plus had plus past participle plus a complement. So example, I had finished all my chores. I had finished all my chores. So as you can see here, we have the auxiliary had, which is the verb to have in the past, and then we have the verb finish plus ed, which is the past participle of the verb to finish. Okay, let's move on. Now, this is the form of the positive. So the form of the positive is subject plus had plus past participle. Very simple. Example you have here, she had finished the test. All right, now, how do we form the negative? How do we form the negative in the past perfect tense? Now we have subject plus had not. So had not, it give us hadn't. So had not, give us hadn't. Plus past participle, of course, and plus the complement. All right, example, she hadn't finished the test. She hadn't finished the test. Very simple. Now for the question, it's very simple. Now we have to put had first and then the subject and then the past participle of the verb that we have in the sentence. Okay, so you have had she finished the test. So the sentence in the positive is she had finished the test. Negative, she hadn't finished the test. And in the interrogative, had she finished the test. Very simple. All right, let's move. Now moving to something very, very important, which is the use of the past perfect. So as you can see here, this is the form had plus past participle of the verb. So why do we need the past perfect tense? Since we have the past simple, so why do we need the past perfect tense? Now most students imagine that the past perfect is kind of complicated a little bit, but I'm going to show you today that it's not that complicated, okay? So the past perfect is about two actions that happened in the past. So as you can see here, we have first completed activity. We have an action that happened. So this is the timeline. This is the timeline. This here, we're talking about the past. Now, as you can see here, we have a first action and then we have another action or another activity. All right, so let's take an example here. Let's say I did an action first. Let's say I did first action here. I brush my teeth. I brush my teeth first. All right. And then when I finished brushing my teeth, I did another action, which is going to school. All right. So I brush my teeth. I go to school. Now, if we want to combine these two sentences, both of them happened in the past, but one happened before the other. What is the first one that happened? Brush my teeth. The second one, go to school. Now, the rule says that you need to put the first action that happened in the past into the past perfect tense and the next action in the past simple tense. Of course, you know what is the past simple tense, verb plus ed or changing of the form in the irregular verbs. Now, what do we get? The sentence that we get, I had brushed my teeth before I went to school. Now, as you can see here, we put the verb to brush into the past perfect, had plus past participle, and then we used before, because I did the action before, and then the past simple of the verb to go, which is went. Very simple, I guess. Another example here, the train left. Now, this is the first action that happened in the past, and then I arrived. So the train left, I arrived. So I arrived first or the train left first? Of course, the train left first and then I arrived. So here I have two possible answers. Two possible answers. Let's look at the first one. So the train had left before I arrived to the train station. Here we have two actions. The first one that happened in the past is in the past perfect. The first that happened in the past is in the past perfect. And the second one, or the next action that happened in the past is in the past simple, so arrived. So the train left, I arrived. Now the second possibility that we can have, okay, so here as you can say, I made the first action in the beginning, all right, and the second action in the in the end of the sentence. So here, as you can say, when I arrived to the train station, the train had left. All right, good. All right, let's look now at some of the keywords that we may find linked with the past perfect tense in some mixed tense exercises that you, student, may come across while studying tenses. All right, and the first ones we have is before and after. Now, you can use before or after. It depends on which action happened first and which action happened next. We have also already and just if the action is recent. And we have yet also, and as soon as. The use of as soon as is like the use of when. All right, so you can say, for example, as soon as I arrived, the train had left. Or when I arrived, the train had left. Also, you can have by the time. So by the time I arrived, the train had left. All right. Well, that's it for today's lesson. I hope that everything in today's lesson was clear. If you still have some questions or something that is confusing you in the past perfect tense, don't hesitate to put it in the comment section below, and support me, of course, by liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel for more videos like this one. Thank you, and I'll see you in a new lesson.